Hi, Maricela, children and family of Michael. I consider Michael a brother friend. We established that kind of rapport, relationship. It was instant. It was like kinetic. I mean, you know, I don't have to tell you how great a person he was, how he was just such a special spirit, and I'm so thankful and honored to have known him in this life's experience. My prayers will continue to be with you. I'm there with you and for you anytime that you need me. I love you. God bless you.
Well, dear Maricela and Sarah, Daniela, and Johnny, my name is Eloise Crank, and it was a real privilege for me to work for a few years with Michael with the AFSC in the RCG as a regional director. What a gift he has been to each of us, to the AFSC, to the community. We will miss him dearly, but his spirit will live on in every person whose life he touched, and there were many, many, many of those. So I want you to know that we're holding each one of you in the light as you face the days ahead, and just want to say thank you for all that you and your family have given.
I'm Tomas Bissonette, and the first thing we have to say is my wife Rita Simo and myself constantly remember that 35 years ago we met in Michael's house, and that was part of this wonderful relationship. The other thing I think is I have the honor of teaching in the same school as Daniela, and that's marvelous. She's marvelous. I'm always inspired by her. And I think it's part of what I'm constantly kind of challenging my students to say, you have to learn to live with passion, because this is the only way that life makes sense and allows you to move forward. And every time I met Michael, I always say, Tomas, I don't think you're living with the kind of passion that you should have, because somehow alongside him, I always was challenged. And I think I'll never be able to remember him again in life without feeling that same kind of challenge and be grateful for that challenge.
I just want to thank the whole family, Maricela, Sarah, Sadie, Daniela, and Johnny, Camilo, for allowing my family, our family, into your lives and into the life of Michael. As you know, it's been very important to me ever since I was part of the sanctuary movement and working at the Chicago Religious Task Force and AFSC with him. And we are so appreciative for everything that all of you have done for us. And we're so glad that Johnny spent time with our family in Honduras, and deeply appreciated Michael's efforts in taking our daughter Martha on her college tour, and Maricela for being the godmother of Jennifer Natalia. We loved meeting Sarah and the baby in Michigan. And Daniela, I don't know if you know it, but my girls are wearing all of your old high school clothes. So you've all just been such a wonderful part of our life, and that's going to continue. And we do feel it was a real privilege to be with you in so many moments. So thank you for everything, and let's just stay close.
This is from Maricela, Sarah, Daniela, Johnny. It's been an honor for us to have Michael in our life, to be his friend. It's been an honor to be friends to the entire family. And it's been an honor to be a part of today's service. We'll miss Michael, and I'm glad that we have you all. We love you very much. To Michael.
So hi, I'm Sister Kat Crowley. I'm a friend of Maricela's and Michael's. Just wanted to tell you, Maricela, how special you are. It's been many, many years since we met when we were together in Nicaragua. And I've watched you and Michael through the years just inspire me and many others toward a better world and towards peace and justice. So thank you very much, and love you very much, Maricela.
I would like to say to Michael's family, thank you so much for sharing him with us. I think we tried to share him even more than you did, but we really, really appreciate it. And to you, Michael, I would like to say thank you for letting everybody you meet feel like they are your best friend, because we always felt that way in Dayton, Ohio. Even the immigrants who did not even know you, but they knew you through your name and through your work. They knew that if anybody says Michael, that's the person who would help them. That's the person who would help to empower them. Thank you for that. And thank you so much for coming to say goodbye to us, the members of the Midwest Committee. You came, you told us goodbye. We didn't understand it, but you came and you told us goodbye. You could have just stayed at home and sent a message, but you came, you made a personal goodbye, and we really appreciate it because you made us feel so much at ease. The last thing I remember about you is that big old smile with those smiling eyes, and I will take that smile with me everywhere I go. Thank you.
So Maricela and Daniela and Johnny and Sarah, I just want to say what an honor to have walked with you in the journey of singing and praying for Michael to move on. And it's really been an honor, and I thank you for that.
You've invited Chris and I into your lives and our children. You've blessed us, you've taught us. Even at the service today, Daniela, Johnny, Sarah, you've taught us how to be parents. So thank you. And we give our love to Michael for all that he has shared with Chris and I.
Right, and I have to tell you, I'm speaking into the mic, which is over here. I have to tell you that I sent my mom a text that Michael had sent me when my dad died, and he was saying how much my dad had inspired him and how grateful he was. And I sent that text to my mom yesterday, and she said, well, now Michael and Dad are getting to know each other and be friends. So
here's to Michael and D-Bob getting to know each other, and we love you.
So, I'm not sure what to say, except that, like everyone else here, I really, really love Michael, will love him forever. He was a big part of my healing and my journey for health, a big part of my understanding strategy and movement building, and from a very different perspective. I think as organizers, we often organize from a place of anger and hate, and Michael so clearly organized from love, and it's a lesson that I will hold with me for the rest of my life, and I'm so grateful for. So lots of love to all of you, and I do believe that his work continues in all of us. It continues in me.
Well, as I was just telling Dan Dale, all the people here at this celebration, funeral, the roller coaster of emotions and feelings and remembrances that we've all had, that I can imagine that there's no person here who has sort of encompassed the whole of Michael and everything he meant and did and accomplished in the world. And as I said in my words last night, the relationships were the base of it. That's out of which so much grew, and tempered by faith, his love of words, his vision, his ideas, and his ideas into action. What's amazing is, even those of us who thought we knew Michael really well, we learned so much more, and especially so I'd heard a lot about everyone in the family and the stories and all, but to actually hear the words and see the faces of the family, it just warms my heart, it lifts my soul, and we know Michael really lives on in all of us. So I celebrate and I grieve, and I don't know what more to say right now other than that I feel.
I just want to say that I was privileged to attend at a ceremony where Michael received an award from the McCormick Theological Seminary, and I'm also a graduate from that seminary, and I was glad to be there to celebrate with him. and a chance to tell him just how proud I was to be part of the same circle that he walked in, and proud to serve here as an associate minister at Wellington with him, because he really had and has a way of continuing to just stir within somebody the desire to just do more, to be better, to show love, and to do it in a way that's constant, steady, and not just reactive, but a way that really just comes forth from a depth. And I saw that before that day, but he just underscored it in his message that day when he got that award, and he continued to underscore that through his work even throughout these years. And it's a blessing to know him, and he will be missed.
Roland Daney, just want to say a great service, and obviously Michael was a terrific guy. But one little story, when Michael lived on Malden and Sarah was like 5 years old playing with Nicole, they wanted to go outside, but there were 3 homeless guys lying on the porch, and I thought Michael should go and get the police and get them off, but instead he walked over to the homeless guys and said, "My daughter wants to jump rope, could you guys please move?" And they moved, which was kind of so, all right, you know. Anyhow, thank you for a great service, and hope everything gets well with you.
Hi, I'm Pat Trammell, and I worked with Michael for many, many years. As a matter of fact, I retired in 2006, and I was one of the first people that Michael met when he came on staff with the American Friends Service Committee. And boy, were we excited when we met him and learned that he was our new regional director. Right from the start, just like everybody else who met him at any time, we knew that he had the energy that was going to be needed and accepted and appreciated by everybody who came across his path. And I had just came into a new position as an area coordinator. And one of the things that I admired about him as he met me in passing that first day was he asked me about my position and what my expectations were for the position, and he told me that we were going to work together as a team. And we did. We worked together as a team through the hard times. It wasn't just anybody saying, well, here's the way it's going to be. It was all of us looking at the problems, evaluating the possibilities, and coming together as a team and resolving those problems. And in the times of blessings, in the times of opportunities to have program growth, we did the same thing, so that not just one particular area or one particular office could benefit from funds that were coming into the region, but that those funds and those opportunities could be passed to all of us in the region. And so I really appreciate him. As an administrator myself, he shared so many of the values that I share. And like I heard today, it's hard at a time like this to come to the right words, you know, but it's also a privilege that God gives us to have all of those wonderful, wonderful, wonderful memories. And as long as we have those memories, Michael will always be with us. He will be with us in spirit forever.